the previous class, we stopped with the biology chapter, difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Okay, so today we will continue with our chapter. Today we are going to study about the cell organelles. We are going to study about the cell organelles. Okay, so the first cell organelle which we are going to study is endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, in short form, it is called as ER. Okay, so how this endoplasmic reticulum will look like? Okay, it is interconnected membranous tube-like structure. It is interconnected membranous tube-like structure. Interconnected membranous tube-like structure means it will be like this. So this is how it will be. So many tubes, okay, it will be like many tubes which are connected together. Okay, so this is how an endoplasmic reticulum will look like. Okay, so what is this? What is the use of this endoplasmic reticulum? It gives mechanical support to the cell. It gives mechanical support to the cell. Suppose if this is a cell, okay, nucleus will be like this. So from this side the endoplasmic reticulum will be connected to the wall, and from this side also the endoplasmic reticulum will be connected to the wall. So it will give a mechanical support. Okay, it will be holding a cell firmly in a shape. Okay, it gives a mechanical support to the cell. And not only that, it is used to transport many substances. Okay, so it is used to transport many substances within the cell. It is used to transport many substances within the cell. This endoplasmic reticulum, it is of two types. One is rough endoplasmic reticulum. The other one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum means it has ribosomes attached to it. It has ribosomes attached to the outer surface. It has ribosomes attached to the outer surface. So it will be like a tube like this only, but rough endoplasmic reticulum means it has ribosomes attached. So on this surface it will be like dots. Okay, so these dots are nothing but ribosomes. Okay, so the ribosomes will be attached to the surface of this endoplasmic reticulum. So if the ribosomes are attached to the surface, okay, it is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Why these ribosomes are attached to the surface? To synthesize protein. To synthesize proteins. So why ribosomes are attached to the surface? It is to synthesize proteins. Okay, so smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it does not have ribosomes. Okay, it does not have ribosomes. Okay, it will be very smooth. smooth means like how I have drawn here. It will be very smooth. There will not be any dot like ribosomes which are present. Okay. And this rough endoplasmic reticulum, it will synthesize proteins. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it will synthesize a substance called lipids. It will synthesize a substance called as lipids. So I hope you understood what is the endoplasmic reticulum, what is this ribosome, lipids, that and all we will study. Okay. First, you just understand what is an endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. So the next cell organelle is Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus are membranous. Membranous means it is covered by a membrane. Okay, membranous means what? It is covered by a membrane. Okay, but it will be like flat sac-end structures. Okay, it will be like flat sacs. Flat sacs means what? Have you seen a sac? Okay, if you spread it flat on the surface, how it will look like? So the same way the Golgi apparatus will look like. Okay, so it is membranous flattened sacs. So the flat sacs are called as cisterns. The flat sacs are called as what? Cisterns. So it is membranous means it will be having a membrane. It will be flat like a sac. Okay, that is called as cisterns. And it has many tubules. Tubules means small tubes like it will be present. Okay, it will be having vesicles. Okay, and large vacuoles so it will be like this. So flat sac means it will be like this inside the cell. Flat sac means it will be like this. With tubules means what? Tubules means it will be having small tubes like this. Okay, so like this small tubes will be there. Okay, and large vacuoles means inside this many holes will be there. Vesicles means like vessel shapes. Okay, some bodies will be there. Okay, so like this only the Golgi apparatus will look like. Okay, and they are secretory cell organelle. Secretory cell organelle means first this endoplasmic reticulum is a very important cell organelle because it is used to transport many substances. Okay, this endoplasmic reticulum is very important because it is used to transport many substances. Next to endoplasmic reticulum, which is very important, is this Golgi apparatus. Okay, so that is why it is called as secretory cell organelle, and this is also used to transport many substances. Also used to transport many substances. Transport many substances. Okay. So what are the other functions of this Golgi apparatus? It is used for the synthesis of cell wall. Synthesis of cell wall means it is used to make the cell wall. It is used to make the plasma membrane. Okay, and various other substances. So this is about the Golgi apparatus. Okay. So the third cell organelle is vacuoles. Okay. So what is this vacuole? Vacuoles are large holes, okay, which are present inside the cell. So sap filled vesicles. filled vesicles means, suppose if this is a cell, okay, in this cell nucleus will be present, okay, this endoplasmic reticulum will be present, okay, like this, okay, inside this many large holes will be present inside the cell. So these hole like structures are called as what? Vacuoles. Okay, so what is filling in this hole? This hole is filled with a substance called sap. Okay, so they are sap filled vesicles, means they are like holes which are filled with sap. Okay, and they will have only one outer wall. They will have only one outer wall. So we can say it is a single walled membrane. Single walled membrane. Okay, so what for this vacuoles are used? These vacuoles are like stores. Okay, it is used to store food and minerals. It is used to store food, water and minerals. So the food, water and minerals which are coming inside the cell, they are stored in this vacuoles. Okay, so the next one, it maintains turgidity of the cells. It maintains the turgidity of the cell. So what do you mean by this term turgidity? You find out. This I will give as homework. What is meant by turgidity? Okay, turgidity, or okay, you can also say turbidity like thing. Okay, so it maintains the turgidity. So what is the meaning of this turgidity? You find out with the help of a dictionary. Okay, so it will maintain the turgidity of the cell. This endoplasmic reticulum, it gives the mechanical support, but this vacuole, it is used to maintain the turgidity of the cell. So what is this turgidity? You find out. Next one is lysosomes. What are lysosomes? Lysosomes are also sac-like structures. Lysosomes are also sac-like structures. So they are sac-like structure. Already we have studied Golgi apparatus. They are also sac-like structures. But lysosomes also sac-like structures. But what is the difference? Golgi apparatus will be flat sac-like structures. This lysosomes will be like tiny spherical structures. Tiny spherical structures. Okay, so these lysosomes, they are also called suicidal bags of the cell. They are also called the suicidal bags of the cell. Okay, so why they are called as the suicidal bags of the cell, that later in this lesson we will study. Okay, so they are also called as suicidal bags of the cell. So this reason later in this lesson we will study. And they are also called as digestive bags of the cell. Digestive bags of the cell. Digestive bags of the cell means they will digest the digestive bags means what? They are going to digest something. So what they will digest? Okay, so they will digest the dead and damaged cells. They will digest the dead and damaged cells in the body. Okay, so they will digest the dead and damaged cells in the body, and they will also digest some organic substances. Organic substances means like proteins, vitamins. Okay, organic substances means what? Like substances like proteins, fats, vitamins, Okay, they will also digest substances like this. Okay, so the next one is mitochondria. Mitochondria. Mitochondria is a double-walled structure. It is a double-walled structure. Double-walled structure means what? It has two walls. Okay. In the two walls, the inner wall, it will be folded. Okay. So the inner wall of the mitochondria is folded. Inner wall of the mitochondria is folded many times. Okay, and that inner wall is called as cristae. It is called as cristae. For example, if this is the mitochondria, the outer wall will be like this, the inner wall will be folded like this. Okay, the inner wall will be folded like this. Okay, it will be folded. Okay, so the outer wall will be smooth, but the inner wall, it will not be an exact shape, it will be folded. Okay, so this folded inner wall is called as cristae. It is called as cristae. Okay, this mitochondria, it is also called as the powerhouse of the cell. It is called as the powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria is also called as the powerhouse of the cell. Why is it called as the powerhouse of the cell? Because it gives power. Power means what? It gives energy. Okay, this mitochondria will give energy to the cell. So that is why it is called as the powerhouse of the cell. So how it will give energy? It will give energy by oxidizing the food. It will give energy by oxidizing the food. Okay, so it will oxidize the food and it will release energy. It oxidizes the food and it will release energy. The energy is released in the form of ATP. The energy is released in the form of ATP. ATP means it is adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. Okay, so it will oxidize the food and it will release ATP molecules. This ATP molecules only will provide energy to the cell. So that is why this mitochondria is called as powerhouse of the cell. Understood? So the next cell organelle is plastids. In plastids we will be studying different types of plastids that we will continue in the next class.